Hi, so if you want to color your clay and you want to do it in a way that is not going to be a glaze, there are some options for you, and those are called oxides. So I'm just standing right in front of those oxides. I'm in the glaze room right now. Here is that area. I'm going to explain what the oxides are. If you take a look, there are these different bags here. Oxides are essentially powdered pigment that are made out of different minerals, and the different minerals create different chemical reactions in the clay that creates those different colors. So you can change the color of your clay. Our clay is white. You can change it to any of these variety of colors. We've got purples, greens, reds, browns, yellows, blues, and then we've got this big thing of red iron oxide, which you can also use to make into kind of like a glaze and pour on, or dip your piece into it before it goes in the kiln. So you want to do this when the clay is plastic or leather hard. Generally bone dry, it's a little bit too dry to really absorb it. It's not porous anymore. So first of all, there are these little papers here. We're gonna lay that out, and you're gonna put that on the counter and grab a spoon, which is in a container like this, and I'm gonna choose to do a blue. You're welcome to wear gloves because your hands could get stained, but I'm gonna wedge the clay anyway. And at this point, you should also try to avoid breathing this in. But if you're wearing a mask, then hey, I guess that's one way to avoid it, right? So I'm gonna take a spoonful like that and put that right at the center of my paper. And then I'm gonna wash off my spoon. Put that back, put that up there. You can do a variety of different colors and mix them, but then you would want about 1 full tablespoon. That was a little heaping, but I wanted to make it really obvious for you all to see that vibrant color. So for about a fistful size of clay, and there's more specifics to it, but we don't have a scale to really measure. So according to some of the measurements that I've done, try to measure it out to about a teaspoon or a tablespoon size. Now I'm going to bring this over here, and I've already got my clay. I've got my canvas down on the wedging table. This will color your canvas, and so make sure that you are not doing it directly on this wedging table, or we're going to have to completely remove the whole canvas from the wedging table. You're going to take that fist size and split it into 2 different pieces. This one's already flattened, so you're just going to take this and just kind of flatten it. Whoops. Sorry, this is with my janky setup here. Alright, there we go. And I'm just going to flatten that out, put that down, and take this. I'm almost going to make kind of like a little wall around it, just so it stays inside. See how I kind of pinch that? And shake about half of it into your clay. Oops, you can see that I got some blue on the canvas here, so I'm going to have to wipe that down. Then I'm going to take my other piece and stick that over it and start to wedge my clay. So I kind of pulled up the end, and I'm going to push down and push and roll it and push and roll it and push it. And you want to make sure that you really wedge, because what you're doing is coloring your clay from the inside out. It's a little harder to do this when your canvas isn't stabilized. So I'm holding it down with one hand and wedging with the other. You can see that some of that blue is starting to come through, right? You can also just start to squeeze it. You're starting to see some of that marbleized look, right? You might find that it's easier to
Too much. Let's get all yeah. Yeah, I need all yeah. I feel like I did too much. I feel like I did too much. Yeah, let's party yeah. I need all
yeah. At this time, you can fast forward this or make this go fast. Pick up all of your extra oxide and wedge it. Okay, now you're starting to notice that it's changing colors a little bit, right? Okay. I know it's not the easiest to see on the video, but when you compare this to the original piece of clay, can you see that contrast? So I'm going to move that blue clay over here, and that's the original. I'm going to make then a slab. You can follow the other video demonstration in this presentation. And you can do really anything, but I'm going to take pieces of clay, I'm going to make them into balls. I'm going to stick them on my clay. I'm going to show you how you can turn this into a slab then. And then you'll have a variety of different colors on your clay. Okay. Now take a rolling pin. And roll out your clay in both directions. And now you have clay that's polka dotted, embedded with the color that you made. And then you can do anything with that slab, such as the drape mold in the next video.